China and India care enormously about how they are perceived by the rest of the world, and we are wondering whether the Commonwealth Games in 2010 in India can put a spotlight and make room for improvement before that time. We'll ask our panelists next. Very short answer. Ed, do you think that can be a high pressure on India to improve upon some of the contradictions that...
I certainly hope so. I hope that more and more Indians start to talk about the fact that nobody has a right not to be offended. If you find something offensive, fine, say so, but you don't have that right. So you have to live and let live. Keep your own sentiments as personal matters, that's fine. But don't inject them into a political process that is going to lead to the sort of things you see. And that, I hope the rest of the world is looking in both China and India in this score.
I think before this event, the biggest sports event India had was Asiad 82, and it was Asian Games. And that was the time when thousands of Sikhs were detained in Haryana, and they were not allowed to reach Delhi, as they were expecting that they may not demonstrate against human rights violations in Punjab. So I think 2010 games will make no difference. They will keep on their normal agenda.
Joe?
Yeah, I tend to agree with you, unfortunately, that the United States have tried to put pressure on China and many other countries, economic pressure, saying unless you comply with human rights standards, we're not going to trade with you, and that has not been very effective. And I think, however, that there are certain standards right now, international standards, stipulated in the Declaration of Human Rights, which are an attempt to form a consensus of standards of behavior which are acceptable with regard to all human beings. And I think there's a certain amount of pressure for India and any other country in the world to at least publicly give the appearance of trying to comply with those standards.
I think that anytime there is an international activity or event, you have a bright light shining on the locus of that event. And sunlight is the best disinfectant, and I think sunlight will be certainly shining on India during the Games and give an opportunity for the world to see what India is, how it chooses to portray itself, and perhaps take internal measures to improve that image to the rest of the world for these Games. There is an opportunity.
And that's all the time we have. We bring you another edition of Passion for Truth next Saturday and Sunday. Thank you for joining us. Thank you all.
All right.
Good show.